And we're back with some more Space Haven. And I know I'm supposed to be doing some more X4. I still am. It's just, well, I kind of want to see where this goes. We've got up to us a few fighters. We've got ourselves a nice little ship. And, well, we're outside the starting area now. It's time to get moving on to the slightly more dangerous areas. So we're going to charge up our jump drive and go hop out and see what the universe has to offer us. Checking out the map. This is where we've started, these two areas here. They're quite nice, but we have a choice between three areas to go, and I think the one we're going to take is this one over here. Namely because there's an exploration mission. So let's just pop over to that sector. Hopefully, it's not too painful. Yeah, let's head this direction and see what you got for us. Now, we do not have hypersleep chambers, so we're going to have to use, well, hypersleep drugs. This can have side effects, so you're usually better off with the chambers, it seems, but we can't afford them this early on. We don't even have the space. Our ship is still really tiny. Every single space counts. Random event or encounter. Your sensors detect a fleet passing by. You may attempt to interrupt their journey. Android Collective. No, thanks. I don't like the sound of those androids. Interstellar travel results in the following consequences. Tash, interstellar travel sickness. Okay, yeah, that's sort of what we were afraid of. Let's try and avoid combat for a while. Tash is one of our best killers. And over here we've got ice and Hyperium. Yeah, let's go. Asteroid field, don't care. We've got fighters. Alright, let's harvest these real quickly. One thing I've done is I've turned off 2 of the fighter bays. What I find is all the fighters try and launch to shoot down asteroids. And, well, that's just a massive loss in labour. I would much prefer to only have 1 fighter launch at a time to take on the asteroids. In fact, I think the next thing we're probably going to get is... You know, we have shielding, so we're good on that front. I think the next thing we're going to get is jammers. Oh, we're only harvesting exotic ore from now on. Exotic ore and Hyperium. Reason being is basic ore, while it's handy to have, it just takes so long to process and it's very energy intensive. We do not want to deal with all of that energy intensiveness because, well, our power generation is not perfect just yet. However, the exotic ore does give us some energy back out of it, and it also gives us the ability to... Oh, here comes a meteor. Someone want to go ahead and shoot that? What are you doing? Stop circling. Go ahead and shoot it. You're taking your sweet time about that. Yeah, I do need to put 2 people on fighters. That's fine. We got shielding now, so we should be able to tank a hit if worst comes to worst. One problem we're running into is we just don't have enough labour. I might need to actually put a pause on research for a bit, just until everyone catches up with everything. Like, we have a bunch of ice and Hyperium here that's not being moved. We have, like, some spacesuit oxygen extenders and things that are just not getting pushed about the place. Hyperfuel is not being converted. I think we might want to pause research. You know what? Pause them both. We're going to get the targeting jammer right now, but I think we'll just let everyone catch back up with the work. We need more people. All right, we've caught up, and we've re-equipped everyone a little bit. Everyone's now got a bulletproof vest. We were making them to sell, but we might as well start equipping people. Matt's now got shotgun, bulletproof vest. Tash has got laser rifle with an underslung flamethrower. The beer god has got a rifle, underslung flamethrower. Zid, SMG. Sinatro, SMG. And as their skills go up, actually, they need to get a skill of 5 to be able to use the laser rifles, and I want to upgrade them. Reason being, if you look at Tash here, her accuracy is 79%. That is absolutely mental. Everyone else is not even close. Okay, the beer god's pretty good at 62%. But basically, we just need to get everyone laser rifles to up their accuracy by a substantial amount. This is an advanced learning computer. It's like the other training desk, but it can train them up to level 8 instead of level 4. And once we've got that done... In fact, we should probably start our jump now. I believe we've cleared out this area. Let's start the jump. But once that's finished construction, what we'll do is we will set everyone to get their weapons up to at least level 5. That way we can start equipping them with laser rifles, which I think will be a big boost in damage. After strip mining this area, we popped along to this direction and over here to this mining section. Doesn't appear to be a lot going on here. This appears to be a very small sector, and from what we can see, there is Derelict, and then the other 3 sectors were mining with 1 empty. One reason I'm going around this way is I want to head up to the Minor Druid field. Reason being is, well, it's adjacent to our starting area. I figured this is our starting area, so these 3 connected nodes should be slightly more difficult. But if we go onto this node, let's say, I imagine that would be a lot harder. The further we go from our starting location, I imagine the difficulty goes up. That would be normally how games work, so let's assume that's the case. Right now we're going to go around this way, scout everything, and then head back up that direction to head over there. In here we have encountered our first trader of this section. And from what we can tell, they do like spacesuit oxygen extenders here in this sector too. So that's an extra 1,700. Oh, and that's a dodgy SMG. You can tell because it's a jam chance of 7%. That means it needs maintenance. We're not going to maintain it. We're just going to sell it. We'll buy some artificial meat. I have, well, as is always the case, you tend to sort of flim-flam on your decisions when it comes to food. Wow, that's 9 energium? 9! We're going to be sorted. Okay, we're going to be sorted on power for a while. That's 18 energy rods. But food. Changes I've made. I'm starting to think about this a little bit more strategically. Let's just say. This here is... We're going to get all of our calories mainly from the algae dispenser. To go up to the algae dispenser, that's only going to give them their carbohydrates. Every so often, they start getting vitamin deficiencies. When they get vitamin deficiencies, we put them back on real meals. On the real meals, we double feed them everything they need. Twice as much protein, twice as much fat, twice as much vitamins. Then once they've crammed down, say, 2 of those meals, then we switch them back to algae again. Then they'll last for about 2.5 days or so. Then we put them back on these meals. So we keep whiplashing them back and forwards because algae is effectively free and this stuff costs money. And this way, all we really have to do is grow fruit, some nuts, and we'll probably just buy some meat along the way, which is why we bought some meat from those guys. We'll probably buy some nuts as well. But right now, I have 4 fruit, 1 nut growing in this. Yeah, we ripped out the spuds. That actually hurt, and I know, but we'll go back. We'll just have to wait until we get a little bit more self-sustained. So 4 fruit, 1 nuts and seeds, and we're going to see how that works out in terms of getting everyone enough vitamins, minerals, and all the stuff they need. And hey, does someone want to repair that? When they go like that, it means something's wrong with them and something needs to be repaired. And looks like this merchant vessel, because we hung around so long, wants to buy 3 steel plates off us. For $1,000. Yeah, sure, no problems. 3 steel plates, we can make those in no time at all. But you don't have carbon. We're actually still short on carbon right now. Though there is carbon at the next location, so yeah, not going to worry about that. We'll be fine. Okay, for our next location to go to, I think it's time we hit up a wreck. This is going to be our first wreck or derelict in a new location, as in, well, a harder location. Let's see what they've got in store for us. Yeah, we have 1 friendly merchant ship and we have 2 wrecks, 1 small, 1 large. You know what, let's do this in 2 stages. We'll start over here. We'll do this one and then we'll jump back in closer to the other wreck. Now, I have been advised maybe not to jump in so close to wrecks. Sometimes they have what's been described as cooties, and if you get too close to them, they might spread. I don't know what that's about, and I'm interested to see when that happens, but we'll worry about that later. For now, let's see what you've got worth trading. Oh, wait, we know you. We've already sold stuff to you, and you have nothing we want. In that case, let's tool up and go shopping. In the hope that this is bugs, we're going to start over here. Everybody out. So far, we got nothing. Slow down the game a bit. Was that a bug? I think that was a bug. Yes, it's bugs. Perfect. Let's go a little bit nuts on the bug, shall we? Oh, was it the laser? Damn, this is a slaughter. Guys, this too close, too close. Should we run? Okay. That works. Beer God can come around and open the doors. I'm liking the sound of that laser. It just goes pew. That laser really seems to kick butt. Maybe it's my imagination, but I'm pretty sure that thing was doing a large chunk of damage right there. Now, let's keep moving. What have we got in here? No way through. Yep, there's another bug. You know, whoa. Stay back. Let the bugs come to us. There's no point risking scratches. Yeah, rear end of the ship, clear. You guys go there and snipe that guy from a distance. Let me hear a pew. That was a missed laser. And that's a dead guy. I didn't see the door open, but I did see a limb explode out of there. Perfect. What do we got? Hey, finished. All right, let's strip this sucker down. Now, we've already examined what's in there, so it should show up. Yeah, there they are, the stimulants. So we don't actually have to collect anything, as long as we clear the whole wreck. They have 1 plastic, we'll take it. Ugh. Some energy. We're not actually struggling for energy at all anymore, and we definitely have 10 hyperfuel. We're definitely very stable, and food-wise, as long as we keep pumping the fruit and nuts, I think we're going to be good. We'll transfer all of those. I want to start doing some autopsies on the crawler corpses, so we're going to bring 1 across. Then down here, we're going to get hull scrap, energy scrap, and tech scrap. The infra scrap we're not going to get. In fact, we'll go to soft scrap as well. Infra scrap is the hardest one to get the most of, and like it takes all that effort to get it out. I don't think it's worth it. Let me try to demonstrate. Infra scrap here, you take one infra scrap and it gives you half an infra block and 0.05 electronics components. So 2 infra scrap actually gives you a whole infra block. That's actually quite a good exchange compared to everything else, which usually only gets you like 10 to 15% of whatever the block is, except for hull parts, which are 25%. So it actually seems like a good investment. Downside is how cheap it is to make them. If you want to actually make your own infra blocks, it's 0.2 steel and 0.2 electronics components. That's very cheap. And the same thing for electronics components, which is 0.2 base metal and 0.2 noble metals, which you're swimming in. So it's not like it's hard to get those things anyway. So since it's so cheap to get them, it's not worth harvesting the ship for them, because you're going to basically have to run around and deconstruct every door. You're going to have to deconstruct multiple doors to get just one scrap. You'll also have to deconstruct all of the heaters on the wall, the lights, like all of the fixtures you're deconstructing are very small in terms of what they give back. Whereas all we really want is we want the big stuff. Engines, consoles, power generators, oxygen machines, all that type of stuff. Matt, go get some oxygen, buddy. Sorry about that. I left you drafted. That is my bad. 100% my responsibility there. Okay, one thing we're also going to need is an autopsy table. So I was looking under facilities for the autopsy table, but it's actually located under food. Why would you locate the autopsy table under food? No. Just, no. That's not where you put it. I play RimWorld, and even I'm like, no. Like, at least pretend. Oh, okay, well, we'll just put down an autopsy table over here. Ugh. Under food. What is wrong with you people? Ugh. Like, if it was a butcher table, yeah, I would get it. Butcher table makes sense. What's this? Mission available. Retrieve perished crew members. Oh, I've been told about this. If you don't retrieve the perished crew members, they'll keep sending people. And they'll keep sending people and keep sending people, and all the people might die. Oh, wait. I think they've cleared this place out, have they? I think they have. They're raiding this place. What? No. We're going to have to cut this short, I'm afraid. Okay. I think they've strip-mined before we've even got here. Did not expect that. Yeah, choose whether you want to leave undraft all. Yeah, we'll undraft a lot of you. Actually, wait. Is there any hidden stuff? Yeah, there's definitely some hidden stuff. Okay, so in that case, we shall check out the hidden stuff so we can make sure to grab it. And, oh, there's the log as well. We'll grab all of that stuff. And what is that? Logistics human corpse. Okay. You guys get on and do what you gotta do. I assume they're just going to automatically grab the corpse we want, right? Yep, they grab the corpse. So that's what's wanted for the mission? So they should send over a ship, right? Or we should send over a ship. Cool, we drop off the body. And they fly it over to their ship, and we get paid for the mission. Yeah, we got 10 hours left on this one. Boom. For the reward, I chose 2 weapon attachments, 2 auto shotgun loaders, and 2 explosive grenade launcher attachments. I figure, why not? We could have researched them, but that seems like a lot of effort. All right, you guys do that. And over here, I say we get around to scrapping this thing. Ooh, tactical grip. We'll take all of you. And yeah, the same as before. Everything but the infra scrap. Done. Okay, I just saw a hull or a corpse get chucked on top of this. I think for the science thing, we don't actually need the autopsy table. I think the autopsy table is only for when you want to chop up the aliens. Oh, that would explain why it's under food. And why would it be called an autopsy table? Then just called it a butcher. You know what? I'm just going to dismantle it for now. I don't think it was necessary. I think it was a mistake. I've been looking at some of the things we've got listed in here, and one of them is in surgical enhancements. It requires you to dissect a human corpse. We don't have any of those just yet. But under anatomical augmentations, we have dissect android corpse. And we actually happen to have one of those on a ship nearby, so I picked one up. And now that we've included that on the list, the question is, does someone grab that and chuck it over onto the workbench? Where is everybody? Oh, they're taking care of corpse. Okay, give them a minute. Give them a minute. You know what? Can't figure it out. We'll just eject the corpse into space. I don't want to leave them around because sometimes corpses can generate parasites that get onto your ship. So since we couldn't use it, we'll just dump it and get back to our regularly scheduled research. However, I do need to queue up that hauler research again. Sorry, crawler research. Yeah, anytime we find any crawler corpses, we'll cart them over and dissect them up for, well, for science. And there seems to be haulers we're going to have to do as well. Alien hive cores. We've got a lot of stuff to do. Let's move this along. Here we go. Give us that corpse. Excellent. So it seems you don't need an autopsy table. You just need one of these research workbenches for processing. I did not realize this. Anyone want to process that person a bit more? There we go. Completely consumed. So what I'm thinking is I need to keep an eye out for these and jump on them when they come about. For example, these hamster bots to dissect them. I should really get around to that. That gives us rogue bot architecture. Like, we can basically make robotics facilities and start producing our own robots to work for us. The thing is, we need to get 3 hamster bots. Pretty sure we found a couple of those in the early stages. You know what? It's fine. We're going to find a bunch of these chimp bots and hamster bots and all that stuff and dissect them as they come up. In the meantime, I think we can cancel that surgical enhancement facility until we get our hands on, well, more surgical bodies too. You know what I mean? Before we jump, just one thing I want to cover. And then I'm not going to mention it again because it's just going to be one of those things I'm going to be doing in the background consistently. If we check here, this pawn, they have 15 protein. That's the maximum amount of protein they can store in their body. 10 carbs, 16 fat, 40 vitamins. This is maxed. This is all of their little sub-vitamins and stuff that they can store. If we check on all of them, they're all the same way. They've all maxed out all of that storage capacity. Even their stomachs are full as well, which means any extra stuff we're throwing on top of here is just sort of a waste. So we're not going to throw anything else on top of that. We're going to actually turn off the kitchen. And with the kitchen off, that means they'll have to go to the algae dispenser. Do note, you have to turn off permission to eat from these large storages, or the storage containers. Otherwise, they will go in there and take an entire fistful of nuts and eat it. Like, an entire thing of nuts has got a calorie content of about 300. Sorry, 385. And they will shove one entirely down their gob, eating the entire... Just make sure to turn it off. It was a pain in the butt. But basically, with this, I have found that currently our fruit and nuts are going up, so long as we keep cycling back and forth. So just these 2 grow beds alone are enough to keep us in food, except for artificial meat. We don't have any artificial meat production. But we'll just buy that off traders we're passing by, and that means we just don't have to worry about the food for now. And now let's go jump to the next sector, and we need to start hiring more people. What do we got down here first? Ooh, carbon. Nope. We're not going to get distracted. We're going to head up to the top here. Yep, head that direction, please. And they have got carbon and ice. Yeah, we're going to take it all. And they've got a trade ship. Oh, absolutely excellent. Rogue bots detected. In that case, immediately pause the game, and we're going to activate all of our ships. Right now, I have a bunch of them stopped. Done. Now let's make sure everyone who can fight is fighting. Yep, we'll put Tash on a slightly lower priority. It's just I'm trying to get experience across all of them. Now, where are those rogue bots? I don't see any rogue bots. Never mind. We'll start up our trade and we'll worry about that in a minute. So, having multiple fighters just makes this way easier. They basically slaughter everything. I am quite enjoying how they kill the bots so far. I'm sure it'll get trickier as time goes on. But let's check out Zid over here. Piloting of 4, almost hitting 5. And we've got Matt over here. They're piloting of 3, almost hitting 4. All of them are just flying up the experience. And where are you going? You know what? Get back in the ship. Sector, strip mined. Problems, 0. Jump time, let's go. We have one more derelict to deal with. And hopefully that merchant's still there. There's something I'd like to purchase, if at all possible. You know what? Let's put ourselves right there. I wonder if they'll try and board the derelict, and if they do, will they bugger themselves up doing it? I immediately want to trade with you. Please tell me you got what we're looking for. We're looking for those energy cell things. No. In fact, we've dealt with you before. It's you know those weird energy cells. These ones. The ones that require an energy cell and electronics components. I want to pick up a few of those. We need those to make laser weapons. So I want to get my hands on 3 of those. I probably should have bought them already. Seems no one in this sector sells them so far. Hopefully there's another ship around. Hey, you. Are you going to retrieve items of interest? Ooh. 1 second. You want to get your hands on 1 medical supplies. And you're willing to pay 800... Ooh, 2 energy cells. Yeah, well, we did want those energy cells. So, yes, we shall accept that mission. Didn't really want to do it for those, but we can. What's wrong with you? Why are you so tired? I think you guys got enough energy to go take a... We've got a day, so I'll tell you what. I'm going to put you all on a quick regime of getting some food into you, and then we're going to get you to nap. So you two, immediately, go grab some food. And you two, maybe go grab a nap. I'm using this overtime thing pretty liberally, or this override, to allow them to, well, get them sorted for moments like this. So once those two have finished their meal, Zid and Tash, yeah, you're both fully fueled up. Excellent. Go grab a nap. In fact, all of you are going to go grab a nap. Grab 3 hours. Once you've got 3 hours kip out of the way, we're going to launch you at the airlock. Launch you onto the other ship. Done. Let's go. Now, I have made some changes to their loadouts. Namely, the underslung attachments. You see, the thing is, when you put an attachment on these guys, it causes problems. In fact, let's pop over here real quick. Right now, their damage per second is 35.2. If we add on, say, an underslung flamethrower, it drops to 27.4. Reason being is flamethrowers and grenade launchers, they reduce the accuracy by 20% and increase the cooldown by plus 0.3 seconds. That's huge. It's a 30% slowdown on how fast they can fire, plus it decreases their accuracy massively. That is all not great. Like, not great at all. Though, actually, you come back here for a second. Actually, wait, Tash, pick up that attachment for them if you wouldn't mind. There's a tactical grip in here. We're going to take that with us. That just makes the submachine gun 5% more accurate. It's not a huge bonus, but every little bit helps. I'm just going to break down the front door. Let's do this. I am very confident in our team, so... don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. And I want to take the shortest possible route. All aboard? Okay. Nice. The great thing here is you have this close by section. I can just click on Zid and go, hey, Zid, take that weapon attachment, the tactical grip, so you can exchange stuff between people who are close together. I like that. It's just a nice little quality of life feature. Bots. Run. We don't want those exploding in our faces. Don't get any closer. Don't get any closer. Oh. You don't like them too close. If they get too close, they explode in your face. Fire, fire, fire. Oh my god, that laser hit instantly. Okay, that laser is just... we're surrounded. I do not like that. Everyone needs to... look this direction. And... let's have everyone target that guy. Yeah, that laser instantly zapped him. I am liking the lasers. Everyone, look this way. Wow. Like, the range they're hitting, and the range they're hitting us is actually not great. Okay, did anyone get burns? That's the only thing we care about. No. Wound. 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 Only wounds. That means we don't have to worry about anyone requiring medical treatment. They don't need a medical bed. So that means we've killed 3 bots. I don't think there's a 4th. Or maybe there is. Let's just double check. Well, whole ship cleared. That went quite well. Ooh, are you androids or humans? Human corpses. Excellent. Ooh, and we've also got hamsters. Right. Okay. I'll leave the corpses till last. And they've got 2 energy cells. Okay, we're going to be swimming in freaking laser rifles. Excellent. We'll take the lot of it. Except the infrascrap, of course. Thank you for the reward, and I don't think they give us any relationship for that. Yeah, well, we'll take the energy cells and all that fuel, and then we'll get on with scrapping this thing down. We're also going to take one of the human corpses and hopefully finish out some of this research, namely the surgical enhancements. Once we get 1 more corpse dissected, we can then start doing implanted rebreathers, ocular implants for accuracy, and synthetic stomach linings, which means we can start eating monster meat. Not sure how much I want to do that, but I'm going to give it a go. We just need a medical of 6 on someone. Who's got the potential? We are just about finished strip mining this, and 2 ships have shown up. Well, one after the other. I think the way it works is there's just merchant ships that travel around this sector. There's only 2 of them, and we've encountered both of them already. But these guys have something I would be interested in purchasing. What is it? Augmentation parts. I think I'm going to take a couple of those. Because, well, we could use them. Actually, Give me 4 augmentation parts. We might get around to using those in a not too distant future. As it is, though, ice-wise, which provides us with water and a lot of food, we're good. Chemicals, we've got the raw chemicals to make fertilizer, lots of them. Energy-wise, we have like 14 energy rods in Energirium and another 10 there. So that's energy. That's 24 energy rods. We have plenty of hyperfuel. Or actually, we could just sit here and research rages. And food-wise, the only thing we're missing really is artificial meat. We could research that and stay here even a little bit longer. But no. We're going to move on. But we will buy these augmentation parts. I would like to utilize them. And because of all the energy cells we've managed to pick up, we now have several laser rifles. You know, once you guys wake up in the morning, I'm going to get you to tool up with something a little bit more oomph. As it is, yeah, you've got enough protein and carbs, you can do another, they can do another meal of slop out of the machine. The slop out of the machine gives them 1 protein, 1 fat, 1 vitamin. So they can survive just that little bit longer. Until they go down below 5 protein, 5 fat, you don't have to worry about any negatives. So once Sinatro gets in their next meal, yeah, they can have 1 more meal of algae. We'll switch everyone back over to regular meals. And as you notice, we're up to 22 fruit and 7 nuts. We could actually sell some for a profit. No, they're not actually paying top dollar for them, so we won't sell them. We'll save them for someone who's willing to, you know, appreciate our organically grown whatevers. Before we head on to the next sector, I thought I'd cover, well, the joys of this very tiny canteen that can actually service quite a few people. Turns out 4 people can eat at this without getting an 8 without table debuff because people will just stand and eat. They don't seem to care about the chairs. If there's a chair there, they'll take it, but so long as there's a space to eat beside a table, they'll just stand there and eat off the table. I don't know how that works, but okay. Then we've also got the kitchen here. We've got the algae dispenser over here, plus 20 for the decorative holy cow. Then we've got a jukebox, and we've got the personal entertainment. Since a bunch of our people are antisocial, they like some private entertainment, and keeping it in this room just makes sure they get all the buffs of being in here. So if we check here, this place is actually off the charts. 20 for music, 10 for art, 5 for lights, 5 for seats, and 5 for tables. Done. And the whole thing fits everyone in. In fact, this whole thing is a 7x6 grid. It can sleep 4 people in the back per shift. It has a toilet at the back, built-in temperature control. The whole thing is just nice, compact, and fits into that 7x6 grid. I am quite happy with that build. It worked out exactly. It just does everything you need it to do. Only thing that's really missing in this section is a plant, but we put the plant in here in the sleeping area. As well as that, you need to have a window, so we have a window here in the bedroom so that they get some space exposure. Otherwise, they go a bit nuts. It seems you have to keep them on an outside edge, so you can't just take your living area / dining area and seal it in the center of the ship for protection. It has to be out on the edge somewhere. Which means I think we're probably going to turn this entire area into, well, probably people? And then we're going to take all of this and probably push it over to the other side. I say we take all the industry and we dump it over to the other side of the ship. So I'm thinking over here is going to become industry later on, once we've expanded out a bit. I think the back end will be mostly industry, and we'll probably have all of our industry located inside 1 to 2 large power nodes to minimize the amount of points we're spending on power nodes. Like, this here is a waste. They should not be inside the power node area. Same with the dropships or the fighters. In fact, we might want to put another fighter before we move. Done. We now have 4 starfighters. Excellent. All right, let's move on. Time to go to the next sector. Welcome to the Minor Druid Field. Yeah, this is the section we've just landed into, and I'm just getting a lay of the land. There's derelicts here, but there's a claimable ship over this section, which we would really like. We can see the Military Alliance are present in the system, and we can see the Cult of New Haven, unknown. I don't know if they're good or bad. Hopefully they're not bad. But we're going to stay in this sector, and there's actually 2 derelicts here. Neither of them have the cooties that can spread to you, so we're just going to let everyone sit here for about 12 hours or so. The reason is everyone's under the influence of those pills you have to take to travel back and forth between systems, so we're going to wait until the influence of that wears off. Then once everyone's better, we're going to send them off to raid the ships with their newly equipped laser rifles. That's right, Matt, Tash, the Beer God, and Zid all can now equip laser rifles. Oh, and Sinatro, their skills have gotten up to weapons level 4, so we've given them the shotgun with the autoloader. So everyone is now tooled up. They're like ready to just like smash things to bits. I am really interested to see how well they kill stuff now. First up, 1 small ship. Incoming ship next turn. What is it? Civilians. Exit. We're neutral with them. We don't have to care. Click to exit. Bots. Need everyone to start shooting. Zid, get over there, buddy. Ooh. Dear God, that was beautiful. You guys just vaporized them. Okay, there was too many of them there, and I thought, oh, we're in trouble. No, 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 no. Run away. Matt, run. Oh my god. Yes. Lasers for the win. Pretty sure that's 4 bots, but I don't know if in this area 4 bots is all of them. We'll clear out the ship, but that was super fast. And one of the people has still got space sickness. Yep. The beer god is still feeling a little bit space sick, but that's to be expected. They do drink a lot of beer. All right. Let's just finish this off. God, I wish we could find some more people to hire. We're really running short on manpower. We need more man. Yep, well, undraft all. There is nothing extra to find on this ship. In fact, is there anything worth salvaging on this? They have 1 fruit, a couple of energy cells. How's everyone feeling? 1 wound. 1 wound. Oh, wow. Everyone just go back home for now. Normally you get burns when fighting these robots, so I think maybe the body armor, either we got lucky or the bulletproof vests are reducing the odds of them giving us burn wounds. Burn wounds you can't get rid of unless you use a hospital bed. We haven't got any burn wounds yet. That feels wrong. The last few times I've went up against bots, you always got a burn wound from one of the shots, so I think the vests make a huge difference. Hey, you, go land up. What we're going to do is just let everyone heal up, take a little bit of time out, and then we're going to go clear that wreck, then we'll demolish a lot of them. Plus, the crops need some taken care of. Alright, we just got... Oh, a ship has arrived, and it appears to be hostile. Where's the guns? Does it have guns? I'm not seeing guns. Can't do anything with them. This is our sector. You are not welcome here. Well, I have a bunch of fighters. Do you have a bunch of fighters? Because I don't think you have a bunch of fighters. So, whoa. Go down the game again. Ah. Well, that could be a problem. You're going to board us. Wait, or are you going to board the wrecks? You know what? Bring everyone home for now. I don't think this guy can... Nope, nope, nope. Maybe I shouldn't stop the facility. Maybe I should just tell them to come home. That might be a smarter idea. What's the home button? Alright, here we go. Allow starfighters to disembark from hangars. We want to disable that. Why are you not returning back to the hangar? Move! Oh, okay, that guy is definitely boarding our ship. That's not good. Actually, wait. What am I talking about? This is great. Alright, everyone. Prepare to welcome friendlies. Where do you want to meet him? Yeah, I think this is probably the best location. It's just behind a bit of cover. Probably not perfect, but it'll have to do. Is that fighter coming back home? The thing is, we could shoot the dropship and rid it full of bullets, but I don't think that stops them. We need a lot of fighters, and I don't think we have enough. As well as that, even if you do kill the dropship, they still come after you. Oh, can you guys crouch? You can crouch. Is there a button for that? You know, I'll look it up later. For now, we're just going to crouch the lot of you. Okay, here they cut. Why did our ship go entirely dark? Oh. I think what's going on here is when they board your ship, you go into combat mode, and you can't see everything anymore. You can only see what your people can see. That's... The lasers are hitting that. That's bad. Okay, so you get over there. You get ready to go forward. Crouch. Oh, that guy ate like 3 shots to the face. Yeah, we've someone we can potentially capture. Think? Pick up, execute, talk to. I mean, I think talk to? You won this, but we will get you someday. Take crew as prisoners. A pity we couldn't reach a deal today. This has gone on long enough. Bye. Goodbye? What is your stats? I like their stats. I want to keep them. They've got like really high zest, really high perception. That means they're going to be an excellent worker. They're good at construction. Oh, they've got enough weapons to go up to level 5, which means they can carry around a rifle. And combined with a 4 in perception, they'd be a good shooter. They're a minimalist, which means we can get them to sleep on the floor for now. This is the perfect prisoner material, I think. Assuming we still need to put together some sort of place for them to stay, and I don't know if another wave is coming or if they're just going to run away. Hmm. Grey matter? Wait, this Walter White's former company coming after us? They're probably meth dealers, you just know it. Oh yeah, we do have an area set up over here that I was going to use for other stuff. We could maybe make a temporary accommodation for prisoners? I just don't know what to do with them. How do we get them into a hospital bed? Because they're going to bleed out otherwise, right? I think I remember from the tutorials, they'll automatically go to prisoner, like the hospital beds are allowed for everyone. So they can go to the hospital beds to get healed up. How are people looking? Stunned. Shot with a stun gun. Wait, they brought stun guns? Fearful. Ooh. Mood minus 12, accents plus 3, accuracy minus 6%. This fearful thing I don't like. I think the problem with fearful is it makes them less accurate, which is going to lead to a snowball effect. I think there's other things that can happen if you get into a firefight, so the more likely you are to murder people, the easier or the faster you can do it. And I think we're going to need to change our entire setup. Like, I have got too much area down here. Like, this is too dense. We need to put in a kill corridor so that when people board us, or if people board us, we have, like, we gave them too much cover. This storage thing blocked a lot of our shots, so I think we want to extend this corridor on and put it on the other side and then have a nice long corridor where we can shoot them from. I'm pretty sure I've seen screenshots of people's ships online and I was like, where's your corridor? We're so far from the, well, the salvaging section because all the salvage is going to take forever to process. Now I kind of get it. Alright, give me a minute. Beds, bedside, toilet, algae dispenser. Yeah, this is still going to be awful messy and it's going to take a while to build. I'm not sure the prisoner will survive that long. I mean, the hope is they would, and the hope is someone will take the prisoner there. Oh, and I should maybe make a zone for the prisoners. Yeah. Set prisoner area. There you go. That's all you. Okay, checking the tutorial. Yeah, nope, definitely. Prisoners can't use the medical beds. Fine. That's right. You can run away. There's nothing you can do. Send over more people. I'll kill those too. Now, where's our prisoner? Okay. In pain. Yeah. Can you get medical treatment somehow? I am bleeding. Great, I need a medical bed. Well, if you could go grab one, recruit enslaved permissions. Yeah, I set the prisoner area to allow the medical bed, so hopefully they go there. Excellent. Okay, now someone can get you some medical treatment. Also, we'll get you an IV and keep you going. You guys gonna jump away yet? What? Oh, bugger. I didn't realize it'd come back. Everybody draft up. Where are you all? Okay, you're actually all in one area. That's good. That's good. Everyone down here immediately. Everyone. Move. They're all in spacesuits. They're going to mess up their accuracy. Can you... Oh. They're all dead. Well then. Why, hello there. We give up, please. Accept a ceasefire. They offer you 2,395 credits, 1 nuts, 1 monster meat, 3 super blocks. Receive settlement. Or decline and take the crew's prisoners. I kind of want to take the crew's prisoners. I'm feeling like I'm all out of mercy right about now. Thank you. Yep, pity we couldn't reach a deal. So how'd you like being a prisoner? Let's see what skills you have. Iron willed. 5 perception. Oh, only 3 weapons. We could still give you an auto shotgun, and you could be a hell of a meat tank. Construction industry, piloting. Oh, actually, what's this other prisoner looking like? Your construction industry, gunnery, and you can do a bit of piloting as well. So, like, yeah, that's good. I really want botany though. Pity. Now, do you want to send over some more people? That would be great. If you could send over more people, I would be very happy with that. You guys, undraft. How's that guy looking in health-wise? Oof, my best friend died. Well, that's not my fault. You shouldn't have come onto the ship. Yeah, we only have 1 medical bed at the moment. We're not going to be having a second one for a while, so good luck. And I need to keep an eye on that ship. If it starts coming back. Wait. What? It's gone derelict. They've run out of crew. They don't have any crew left. We literally have captured their entire crew. Wait, why is there 2 prisoners here? I don't remember there being 2. Who's Gavin? Lab technician, hardworking. Botany, yes. Wait, 3 more people? Oh. I need that repaired because they're trapped inside their spacesuits, but no, they should be fine. Okay, so we have 3 new people. We're going to need an oxygen machine as well, because we've got to oxygenate this into... Oh my god, this is going to be an entire mess, isn't it? Okay, and I don't even know how long it takes before we can recruit them. Chance to convert 0.2%. Oh, 0.1%. We're going to have to work on that. Right, so we got to heat them up, get them a prison area, make sure we double oxygen production. We're going to need extra oxygen production. Last time when I went up to 6 people in one of the previous playthroughs, you needed more oxygen, so one machine can't keep up. We need to stop, hunker down, expand the ship out, make sure we have room for people. Oh, yeah, and then we need to start converting them, and I'm... Okay. That's for the next episode. I'll start doing all of that in the background, make sure they don't die, preferably, except for maybe Stella. We might have to kick Adelaide out of bed. But no, we'll get some medicine on them. They'll be fine. They'll be fine, I swear. Then we have 3 more people we can put into 3 more fighters. The Babylon 5 dream stays alive. Anyway, I'm going to cut this out here for the day. Next up, okay, I got to do some X4. I have been putting that on the long finger, but there's some warring that needs to go on in there. But I'm thinking next up in here is going to be more fighters exploring this area, and we might have to do a major refit to make our ship big enough to support all this extra crew. But that is for the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck.